Monica Long, the head of Ripple, recently had a talk with someone else, and you should watch a terrific new video clip. I also managed to get some additional information from her, so you should really listen to what she says. Would you like to watch this video with me? It seems like things are going to get much worse this year. It seemed like chief executive officers of CAS's Bank of America were declaring, "We're all in," just a few minutes after 21 of them were called back or rolled back during the past week or two. These are the firms that collaborated with CAS in the beginning, for example, when they were developing the payment option that was only available through the messaging software. Worked with initially, for example, when we were creating the payment option that was exclusive to the messaging app. Something I've heard about Ripple and Bank of America is that, to put it bluntly, it's rubbish. I find that humorous, actually. In a recent public remark, Ripple's leader may be condensed into the following. It's no secret that we've been collaborating with Bank of America for quite some time. We even have patents that include XRP that they own. Anyhow, I'd venture to say that Bank of America uses Ripple for more than just their international transactions. Are you implying that they're also exploring methods to tokenize value and store it on the Ripple chain? I'm willing to guess that they are also making it possible for Bank of America to offer custodial solutions to their customers by customizing Ripple. We've dealt with these institutions for a long time, and it's ridiculous that there's no transparency and, worse, animosity toward them, especially in this day and age. Applied to these assets and technology, we contend that this is not the best approach because of the inherent risks. However, looking ahead, it seems like this year will be quite different. What's more, I can say that the tone and message of our conversations with banks since November have revolved around, we are no longer considering becoming a stablecoins reserve bank, transaction banking partners, or a payments company. It was encouraging to see that Ripple was ready for the talks with their financial institutions and allies, since many of them had been waiting for the rules to be more clear before proceeding. The officials gave them the green light, and the conversation started right away. Possessing the necessary expertise, they are presently awaiting Congress's clarification of the regulations governing the United States in relation to the matter. To be honest, I'm not really sure about that, but I do think that financial institutions would wait for that to happen before starting to provide cryptocurrency. They presumably want the rules to be set up first, reasonably priced, because no financial institution wants to pour millions of dollars into infrastructure just to have regulations thrown at them and render them useless or inadequate. Requirements that your financial institution did not foresee becoming a part of the rules, there is a chance that the bank may be unable to offer Bitcoin services to its clients as a result of specific language that was incorporated into the standards. For this reason, I think banks will exercise patience. Monica Long mulling on the purchase of the hidden route, as she is saying, "I've watched this video before, and it's great. Now it's linked to Ripple's larger plan. Let me be a broker unaffiliated with Bing Prime. Given the current situation, I think it would be a fantastic idea for our group to collaborate on the hidden road," which is something I'm really excited about. Working in tandem with the world's largest banks and other financial institutions, we can build the blockchain technology's back-end infrastructure. These institutions generate nearly $330 trillion, 0 cents a year, have substantial cash reserves of over $100 million, 0 cents, and can now access additional risk capital with the help of our balance sheet, they have been able to swiftly expand their firm. I find it hard to imagine that a question needs to be asked of you, especially in that context, because Ripple is highly liquid and has other assets. That part was completely foreign to me till I learned that Hidden Road, the primary broker, may now handle more transactions, take on more work, and gain an increase in sales is excellent. A hint of its concealed beauty is beginning to emerge. The road continues to grow, now include the United Arab Emirates and other countries around the world. Just think of where Ripple will be in 6, 12, or even 18 months. To take it to the next level, other companies might join the collaboration or be bought out immediately. I have a question for you. Even if the market is doing well, is concerned with an IPO, Brad has already told me that we may start thinking about the prospect of an initial public offering, IPO, after the problems with the SEC are ironed out. We have a substantial quantity of cash on hand. In fact, we have cash reserves totaling billions of dollars, and an initial public offering, IPO, is imminent for Ripple. They clearly do not want to go public, especially considering the market's uncertainty about the direction of the U.S. and global economies right now, as well as the fact that we are in a very advantageous position financially. You are correct in saying that we are currently in an acquisition phase, and our main focus is on growing the firm. There are a lot of interesting things happening all over the world right now, but Ripple isn't interested in any of it. They're also doing more than they could as a publicly traded company. I think Ripple knows that the chances of you seeing this happen soon are very slim. You may also be familiar with Monica Long. I'll just add this to the text for those who are. I have this tape from Monica Long that I can show you. It shows how Ripple will store all transferred funds when it links banks to the XP system. If you're interested in reading about her story, you'll find it fascinating. I also think she would be a great leader for Ripple. I'll make a note of this in the text. Pre-existing organizations like banks can connect directly to the blockchain in order to send and receive money from the real world, from the government, and from individual assets. There needs to be certain connective tissue in that area. That's what we offer. On the other side, safe custody and alternative routes can be used. What it does is offer stable coins and services that help institutions tokenize their assets. It also provides other essential services. As you may already know, the company was founded by 3 employees who created the expert ledger we were talking about. We have always been committed to perceiving the significance of building use cases that leverage the expert system's high degree of efficiency. It's probable that this ledger includes the services I'm mentioning, specifically how financial institutions would utilize them. I have a question.